A very important aspect of pet care is taking good care of the pet's skin health. And by the time pet parents get to notice that there is a problem with the skin of their pet, it usually gets a little bit late. Hello everyone, I am Dr. Nidhi Samania. I am Head of Diagnostics at VetServe. मेरी एक पिछली वीडियो में हम लोगों ने बात करी थी स्किन इन्फेक्शन जो रेनी सीजन में हमारे फरी बेबीज़ को परेशान करते हैं, और ये जो मेरा अगला वीडियो है ये इसी बारे में है कि अब किस किस तरह के स्किन इन्फेक्शंस होते हैं और उनको सही तरीके से ट्रीट करने के लिए आपको उनकी डायग्नोसिस किस तरह से करनी चाहिए और स्किन प्रॉब्लम एक किस तरह की प्रॉब्लम है। तो आज हम उसी बारे में बात करेंगे। तो चलिए हम लोग शुरू करते हैं कि कितनी तरह के स्किन इन्फेक्शंस के कॉजेज़ हो सकते हैं। सो लेट्स बिगिन विद बैक्टीरियल इन्फेक्शन। द मोस्ट कॉमन बैक्टीरिया अफेक्टिंग द स्किन are generally Staphylococcus, Streptococcus, E. coli, Pseudomonas, etc. There can be many more bacteria causing skin infections. Generally, the type of skin lesions produced by bacterial infections are wet and moist kind. Because of that, we call this condition as moist eczema. The skin of the pet become very red, itchy, and pets keep scratching and licking at the infected area. So let's talk about the next cause. The next cause of skin problems in our pets is yeast or fungal infection. Yeast and fungal infection also increases in higher humidity conditions. So the most common yeast causing skin infection in our pets is Malassezia, and the fungus causing the skin problems and skin infections are called as dermatophytes. There are three types of dermatophytes: Microsporum, Epidermophyton, and Trichophyton. So one of the peculiar feature of fungal infection in pets is excessive itching. The pet keeps scratching aggressively throughout the day. The skin lesions can be dry, flaky, or crusty kind. But one more important thing about fungal infection is that the problem is slow progressive, and the same way the treatment and recovery is also slow. So it requires a longer treatment to be followed. The next cause of skin infection is parasitic infestation. Parasites usually causing skin problems are of three kinds: ticks, fleas, and mites. Ticks and fleas you can easily observe, and they are macroscopic, so you can see them through naked eyes and do something about them. But mites are microscopic parasites which are not visible to you through your naked eyes, so they are only visible through a microscope. So these mites cause skin lesions of, like, I'm sure you must have noticed in some of the stray dogs that they have lost their hair coat completely and their skin become very dark grayish. There is some oily substance on the skin which produce some typical kind of a smell, and because of that excessive loss of hair, the dog is entirely without hairs. So also mites are present not only on the skin, they are sometimes present in the ear of the pets also. The mites present in the ear are called as otodactys, and mites which are present on the skin are of three kinds. One is Demodex, another is Sarcoptes, and there is Sauroptes. And here I am talking about the most prevalent in our conditions and in Indian scenarios. So this is about the parasitic infestation in pets. The next type of infection in pet skin is through autoimmune disease. So what is autoimmune disease? Autoimmune diseases in pets is of two kinds which are common, and these are lupus as well as pemphigus. And the symptoms produced because of these autoimmune problems are like development of vesicles or bullae over the skin. There can be open sores and ulcers on the body. So next cause of skin problem in pets is through hormonal imbalance. Hormonal imbalance sometimes produce skin changes as well, along with the changes happening with the other parts of the body. The most common two types of hormonal problems which affect skin are hypothyroidism and Cushing's disease. In these two diseases, the problems or symptoms occurring in the skin are like bilateral hair loss, there will be hyperpigmentation, skin will become scaly, folded, there will be an oily kind of dandruff, and pet also keeps scratching and there is an itchiness in the skin. So let's come to the last cause of skin problem, which we call as allergic atopic dermatitis, and we also call it as atopy. So allergy is a condition where a harmless substance, which is usually harmless to many individuals, but one of the individual or some of the individual develops sensitivity against that harmless substance, and this we call as allergy. In allergic conditions, there will be similar kind of symptoms as we have talked. There will be severe redness or there will be itchiness in the body of the pet. So by now I have explained that these are the important causes of the disease occurring in the skin of the pets, and these diseases which are there in the skin or these problems which are present in the skin of your pet, they are usually a multifactorial problem. It starts with one problem or one cause of the issue, and very soon they become multifactorial. And what do I mean by multifactorial? The secondary and tertiary agents start coming in and it aggravates the problem on the skin. Each of these causes have a different treatment protocol to be followed. So because of that, one must know first that which agent is causing problem. And as I said, it is a multifactorial problem, so you should know all of the causes which are producing these kind of symptoms. And also, as I have explained and you have seen, that the similar type of symptoms are there in many of the problems and they are like overlapping symptoms. You cannot differentiate only on the basis of the symptoms that this could be the cause of problem. So let's talk about different type of diagnostic tests for different type of causes of the problem. So for bacterial infection, you would require a culture sensitivity test. For fungal infection, there is a routine fungal test which tell you about whether there are fungal spores present on the skin or not, and then there is fungal culture which tell you which fungus is producing the problem and symptom. For mite infestation, your vet has to take a deep scraping and to see it under the microscope whether it is a infection due to mites or not. For hormonal imbalance, as I said, it is primarily two kinds. One is hypothyroidism, another is Cushing. For hypothyroidism, you will have to check for two primary parameters. One is total T4 and another is free T4. For Cushing disease, you would require to do a test named low-dose dexamethasone suppression test. For autoimmune disorders, your vet would require to take impression smears as well as fine needle aspiration cytology. So one has to look at the cytology slides to reach to a conclusion that whether it is an autoimmune problem or not. And the last one, which is atopic dermatitis or allergic condition. So allergy is a disease of ruling out. What do I mean by that is your vet will rule out all other possible causes first, and even after that he or she feels that there could be another reason and allergy could be one of that, then he can suspect allergy. And as an initial test, as there are multiples of allergens, because allergy can occur due to various agents present in our environment, food, soil, or anything. So to rule out, as a first step, your vet can go for an IgE antibody estimation to rule out whether it is an allergic condition or not. So these are all the diagnostic tests which you need to do for each of the causative agent. We at VetSub offer comprehensive set of diagnostics to narrow down the cause of disease in the skin, so that you can get to know that which all possible causes are there which are producing the symptoms, so that you can start the treatment at one go and the recovery can be fastened. I hope this video will be helpful for all of you out there to understand the causes as well as the diagnostics required for the skin issues in our beloved pets. So for more such informative videos, keep watching my videos, subscribe to my channel and keep sharing the videos as well. Thank you.